Hey everyone, I finished watching the next Street Shark episode, Cave Sharks. This is a pretty enjoyable one. It was really nice, especially since I'm coming off a couple of episodes of Street Sharks that were pretty big messes. They weren't bad, but they were like really hard to follow at times. There was lots of issues I had. This one, not a lot of problems. Like the one biggest problem is again, like it's just a thing that's already been established in Street Sharks that the media is really, really stupid. That anything Paradigm tells them, they'll just accept it. Huh. Surprised no one's latched on to Street Sharks as like a metaphor for modern times, because like either side of like any argument could like use Street Sharks easily. Whatever. Paradigm has created these radiation toxic waste eating things called Wolverinepides. I love the design of the Wolverinepides. They're really cool looking. Um, they're really creepy looking, but I like it. They're basically furry wolverines with centipede legs and a scorpion tail. Yeah, pretty freaky looking. So anyway, he tells the city that they're for the benefit of everyone, that he's going to open up a toxic waste management thing in the dump or something. These things will eat the waste. And the media's like, yay, good for you. We're not going to ask any follow-up questions about this. Alright. But anyway, of course, he has a hidden motive. So then the sharks are. What were they doing? I didn't write it in my notes. I know they were doing something at the beginning of the episode, but it's not important. They're at their base, and suddenly their computer turns on. They get a message from Paxel. Paxel is the leader of the underground mutants, the geckos from. I don't even remember what the name of the episode was. Like, was that way back in the first season? Or second season, according to some Wikipedia entries. I don't know. The season division is really weird for Street Sharks. Some people consider the three-part pilot separate, or that's the entire first season, and then what comes afterwards is the second season. It's really weird. Whatever, anyway, it's been a while since we've seen these guys, is what I mean. And he explains to them that they have caves beneath the dump, and they're getting contaminated with toxic waste. So the sharks go down, and they see Killamari and Reptile dumping waste, which is exactly what Paradigm said they were going to do. Okay. Like, whoever, like, put the dump there didn't know that there were going to be mutants living in caves underneath it. So it's not really, like, Paradigm's fault or the dump's fault that, they're contaminating the mutants. Unless Paradigm knew they were down there. Did he? Now I can't remember if he reveals whether or not he actually knows they're there. I don't think he does. So, like, even Paradigm, like, this is just an accident, I guess, whatever. The Wolverinepides, when they eat toxic waste or whatever, they grow giant. And, okay. So anyway, they grow giant, they become more aggressive, they attack the sharks. Ripster gets stung by one of them and dragged underground. Paradigm shows up, he sees this going on, and then he's about to join in the fight and attack the sharks. Then Benz jumps in and is able to, like, rip one of Paradigm's little suit tubes off. That stops him for a while, even though, like Paradigm doesn't need that power suit, he just wears it just because. Like, he made up the reason why he wears it. Whatever. Anyway, he's out for a while, and, let's see. Slamu gets dragged away by the Wolverinepides, Jabs and Streaks fight through, and they, like, immediately rescue Slamu, so I don't know why that was a thing at all. I guess just so Slamu could tell them that, oh, hey, there's a tunnel down there where they dragged me. So then they all go down the tunnel, and, let's see. They're going to find Ripster, they're fighting off Wolverinepides. Meanwhile, back up on top, Benz is holding off Paradigm. And then back down underground, the sharks meet Paxel, and Paxel reveals their little underground cave city. Ripster's there, Ripster's fine. And then the Wolverinepides show up, they start attacking. The sharks are trying to help the mutants get rid of them. And Paxel uses this little whistle that emits a sound that the Wolverinepides don't like. And so anyway, when they attack, Paxel tells the other sharks, try not to hurt the Wolverinepides. We don't believe in violence. Which is a neat little thing. I kind of like that they have their own, like, belief structure. It's cool. So anyway, the sharks are trying not to hurt the Wolverinepids and just push them into this underground stream that takes them down where I guess the mutants think that they won't come back. Whatever, anyway. The sharks ask to see the whistle so they can show it to Benz. And then up on the surface, Killamari apparently has gotten Benz out of the way. He throws him into a pile of garbage. Okay. Benz calls up the media, and there's a bunch of news vans that show up, and let's see. Oh yeah, the sharks come up, they give Benz Paxil's whistle, and the media comes into the dump, and they see the gigantic Wolverinepids and get freaked out, and then they start questioning Paradigm finally. Which is weird, because early on, when he revealed the Wolverinepids to everybody, they didn't ask any follow-up questions. So why is it, like, bad that they're growing giant? Why is it bad that he's dumping toxic waste in the part of the dump where he said he was going to dump toxic waste? That's the one, like, major thing in this episode that doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. Paradigm's plan was kind of weird. Like, there is a line he has where he says he can't use the dump anymore, but he's like, I got rid of 2 tons of nuclear waste at no cost to me. So, I mean, he succeeded, kind of. I guess. Whatever. So, back underground, the sharks are fighting off these gigantic Wolverinepids, and then a music video starts. Oh boy. But this music video isn't so bad. Like, at first it's just music playing in the background while a fight scene is going on, and then it replays a few clips from earlier in the episode, which are kind of weird, but, like, some of them make sense. Like, I think they probably could have just reused animation and it would have been fine. Like, fighting animation, not just straight-up scenes from earlier. Anyway, it ends very quickly, so that's nice. I do like that the stupid music video doesn't last too long. Benz comes back down with the whistle. He's developed this sonic sound emitter thing that will replicate the sound of the whistle and keep the Wolverinepids away from the city. So, good for them. Paxil thanks the sharks, and there's a funny little bit where he invites them to stay for dinner, and they're gonna have a bunch of garbage that they got from the dump up above. So then, the sharks and Benz leave. The episode's fine. I don't really know what else to say about it. I've been looking at my notes. I don't really have a whole lot more to say about this. The underground mutants, the geckos, they do talk to the sharks a little bit about their father, Dr. Bolton. Oh, and they've learned how to say Bolton. It's no longer Bolton. So anyway, they talk about their father a little bit. The sharks acknowledge that they're talking about their father, but there's no, like, a mention of going to find him, and he doesn't seem to be there right now. They don't say how long he's been gone for, so that doesn't really go anywhere. Oh yeah, the media has grown distrustful of Paradigm in this episode. We'll see if that sticks. I don't remember for sure. It's kind of weird that this is what does it, considering, like, nothing happened. Paradigm just did exactly what he said he was going to do. I have these mutant creatures I made, they eat radiation, I dumped radiation nearby, then they grow big, and the media's like, oh no, that's bad, even though, like, you never asked any follow-up questions to begin with. Why are you surprised when this happens? Like, what if eating the radiation just turned them blue? Would you get mad about, oh no, they turned blue, this is terrible? Like, whatever, anyway. Dumb, silly Street Sharks episode. It was an okay one, though, so I don't have a lot to say about it, so I'll end it here. See ya.